All right, well, hello there, friends, family, fans, and finish line focused, fantastically fine folks. Man, oh man, wow, oh wow, it has been a while. So, oh, there's a fence there. I got to watch out for as I go around the stile rather than go up it. That one's got lots of steps though, so that would have been an easy one. But man, look at the mountains. Look at how awesome that is. So today is Tuesday, August, August 1st. Tuesday, August 1st. It's a new month and it's a brand new deal here, as Halo and the kids just dropped me off and I am hiking north on the Appalachian Trail. So wow, I'm going to probably explain everything that's gone on the last few days in a couple segments, so I'm not even going to try to do it completely right now as I get back on the trail. First steps I've walked on the Appalachian Trail in since we left Thursday, and today's Tuesday. So I did not hike Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, or Monday. So wow, man, does it feel good. I am chomping at the bit and ready to rock and roll here today. Unfortunately, it's like 12:30. Let me look. Oh, 12:42. So 1:45 on Tuesday afternoon. So it's pretty hot, nearly 90 degrees with like nearly 90% humidity, so it's pretty warm. And then the bad thing is I've been in the air conditioning now for days and days, so probably going to have a little bit of a difficult time with the heat today because I'm just now getting started. But the plan for today is to do 10 miles and get to the Connecticut Route 4, and which would be mile 1400 and wild trout stream. Sweet. 1478. That's where my goal or whatever, to finish up and meet Halo there. That's right by the campground where they're going to stay. So, cool. Look at the bridge. Oh, look at the little trout stream. Cool. Film walking across it. Hopefully I don't fall in. You guys would get a big kick out of that. That would raise some viewership. Hey there, how's it going?
Good, how about you?
Good, thanks. Anyway, let me stop for now and I'll come back in a little bit. All right, guys, it's hot and I just got to the top of Caleb's Peak, so I'm sweating and a little bit out of breath, but hey buddy, this is your peak here. So I thought it'd be cool to film from the top of Caleb's Peak. For those of you that don't know, he's our 5-year-old. His trail name is Poke. But I've been hiking with the guy since I started, basically. And so why don't you tell us who you are and where you're from?
I'm Evac. I'm from Fort Myers, Florida. Out hiking. Absolutely.
When did you start?
April 29th.
April 29th. So he's 1 month ahead of me, or I'm sorry, after me. So he's been moving along pretty quickly. So yeah, what do you think of the AT overall?
It's got its ups and downs.
Literally, doesn't it?
Bad jokes are always the best.
We just got done with a pretty good little up here. So Caleb Mountain, not bad. Well, yeah, it's been great hiking with you, Evac. Thanks for talking.
Yeah, it's good hiking with you.
Here's the view from the top of Caleb Peak, from Caleb Mountain. Beautiful view right outside of Kent, Connecticut. So just a few miles, I suppose, into the trail for the day. But sure pretty. Great to be back on the trail. I'll talk more about it here in a little while. And some of the events of the last few days. Coming down, basically down off of Caleb Peak. And Caleb, you got a pretty steep one here, buddy. I don't know if you can tell watching Evac go down there, but man, it's a steep one. So I thought I'd quick get the camera out and show you a little bit. But when I get on the flat down there, I'm hoping I can talk a little bit because I got stuff to share with y'all. Not quite like the rattlers that we've seen, but cute little gardener snake. Haha. Just came down the mountain from, let me pan over there real quick. I guess that's coming off of Caleb Peak or whatever, but man, it was a pretty legit descent, almost, well, I'll talk more about it here in a second, but anyway, got down to the bottom and wow, wouldn't you know it, some perfectly timed trail magic. So thank you very much. Tell us who you are and where you're from and why you're out here.
Yeah, my name is Mike Ayer. I'm from Maine, and I'm tracking my son. His name is Specs. He started March 4th down in Georgia. We're in a motorhome, retired, helping him out as it goes.
Very nice. And
We do the trail magic quite often.
Yeah, Gatorade and Evac got a Coca-Cola, I think there. So very nice. So boy, thank you so much. Sure appreciate it.
Very welcome. Be safe out there.
All right, thank you. You too. All right, we'll see you in a little bit. All right, I wanted to show that before I took off walking and get a chance to explain a little bit about what's been going on the last couple of days. So I didn't film much while we were traveling back to Illinois, and then while we were there, and then headed back here to the trail. But as you can see, we obviously just got back to the trail this afternoon, and here I'm actually going to be on a road for 0.8 miles. So I'm glad for the flat spot, and I can film very easily as I walk along here. I'll try to hold the camera nice and steady so Halo doesn't yell at me. But anyway, what an amazing trip I got to have on the way back to Illinois, and had a fabulous wedding ceremony. Looks like some AT stuff, but I can't read it. It's too small. So maybe you can read some of the writing there. But anyway, had a fabulous wedding ceremony. Everybody had a great time. It was a good, had a very good experience there. So, hey guys.
How you doing?
Good, thank you. Let's see. Anyway, great reception. The kids had fun. You got to see little Gigi dancing out there, and anyway, everybody had a good time. So the next morning, I got to speak at Charity Baptist Church, and a lot of followers, a lot of YouTube viewers are from there. And so, hey guys, I just want to thank you for the opportunity to speak there, and thank you for coming along with me and for all your prayers and support. It's amazing. The folks at Charity Baptist Church collected bags of trail magic for me, and probably for anybody else we wanted to help out or give some to. But they had bags set out, and people could bring in things in it. So they gave me Pop-Tarts. Actually, I haven't even had a chance to go through the bags because Halo packed them in the back of the truck and they were at the bottom, so I haven't gotten to see everything. But I do know there were several bags of or boxes of Pop-Tarts in there, but they had saved a couple of bags. Anyway, we had a huge crowd of people. The church was packed, and I got to share a lot about my story, the call here to the trail, and then what's kind of been happening. It's just been really fun. It was really neat to get to talk there at the church. And all right, so got off the road and on the trail again here. I mean, it was on the trail, but the trail goes down the road. So back on some dirt here for a little bit. So I was talking about Charity Baptist Church, and wow, anyway, great to see all you guys. Amazing experience, so much fun. And my family enjoyed the stories and the account of the trail, but really liked the question and answer time. That was so much fun. So what a blessing for me to be able to go back and not only perform the wedding and speak at the church, but just to see everybody and see my mom and dad. I got to do lunch with them, and so just a great blessing, great weekend. It's a long drive back here. And so what ended up happening was Sunday after church, of course, visiting with a lot of people, and then ate lunch with my mom and dad, sat around talking with them for a while, and then we left to head for back here. And I'm thinking it was probably pushing 2 o'clock or so. It was 2 o'clock when we left, and that's Central Time, so 3 o'clock Eastern. And I left my ditty bag in our car, which was in a suitcase that I didn't anyway, I didn't grab it. And Mom and Dad were driving our car back along with their vehicle. Dad was driving the car for us back to their place so we could get it later. Anyway, they forgot their cell phones. So we had to turn around several miles the opposite direction before I remembered. We turned around and had to chase them down. It took us about 20 or 25 miles to finally catch up to them on the interstate, and had to flag them down and pull off on a off-ramp. Anyway, it ended up costing us like an hour because we had to take a different route then that added about a half hour to the trip. And long story short, we didn't get very far. So we made it to the Ohio border basically on Sunday night, Dayton, Ohio. I think's where we ended up. And so not that far. So we had a huge day yesterday, like almost 12 hours or whatever. Or I'm sorry, yesterday. So we took off early in the morning and tried to get as far as we could, and with the little ones and stopping and bathroom breaks and food and everything else, we didn't make it that far. So we still had a few hour and a half left to go, and we found a hotel and we ended up staying there last night. Metamoris or something, Pennsylvania is where we ended up staying, and it was great. It ended up being such a blessing for us because everybody got to sleep before 10, really like 9:30. The kids were all asleep, and we got to sleep in this morning. They got to sleep in quite a bit, and so we only had an hour and a half to get to the trail. So we got to do a nice breakfast. It was just a much more relaxed. Everybody got more sleep. It was a lot better for everyone. I was able to get my gear ready last night, get food ready and everything for today. So today, all I had to do was change my shoes, and I could hit the trail. So it was just very nice for us. It wasn't what we planned. We hoped to make it all the way, but that way we weren't trying to set up in the dark and everybody's exhausted. So that's what we did. And so now I'm hiking Tuesday. Instead of Tuesday morning, I'm hiking Tuesday basically at 1 o'clock. So no big deal, but made the whole trip a lot more fun. Today was much better for all of us because, boy, we'd been in that truck for a day and a half, last night, and everybody was exhausted. So there you have it. That's kind of the story. But thanks to Jake and Amanda for, asking me to perform the wedding. And thanks again to Charity Baptist Church and Ida May for setting that all up, and everybody I got to see. It was such a blessing. So thank you guys for the gifts and the trail magic and all that stuff. You guys are awesome. All right, here's a pretty cool little spot, a small stream running into the big river or creek or whatever it is that we've been following here for a while. So it's a nice little spot. I just stopped and drank almost a liter. And I tell you, that new Catadine, like personal water filter thing, whatever it is that I'm using, is remarkable. It is so fast. It's got a wide mouth bag, and so it's easy just to kind of drop down and scoop up the water that you want, and you screw on the filter and then just drink right from it. And oh my goodness, I've never drank, gathered, filtered, and drank a liter so fast. It was just like a minute or whatever. If you kept that thing in your hip belt pouch or whatever, you could stop and not even take your pack off and drink a liter while you walk and put it away and never even have to mess with your water bottles. That was quick. Before, whenever I used it, Halo was with me, and so we were always looking for an opportunity to stop for a bit and take a break. And since I'm alone and I'm only doing a short distance with a light pack, I can keep moving. So wow, that was fast. I'm really liking that Catadine. I wish I knew what it was exactly called, but yeah, that thing's great. So feels amazing to be back on the trail today. I was hiking. I met that guy Evac, and so we basically hiked together the first 5 miles or whatever, nearly 6 miles of the trail. Let me look at this sign real quick and see what. Nothing on that one. Oh, camping. Anyway, so we were walking along and talking and catching up, and boy, the time passed really quickly, and we climbed that Caleb Peak, which was a pretty decent little climb, and then not as big as the climb out of Kent. That was a bigger climb, which still no big deal, but it was something you knew you were climbing. I definitely got sweaty because it was kind of warm, and plus I hadn't hiked in 5 days, so I was breathing a little hard, but I feel like I've already kind of gained back. I mean, just in 6 miles or whatever, like I've gained back a little bit of my fitness that I maybe had lost. But coming down off of that mountaintop, boy, that was a serious descent. That was one of the steepest, more technical descents of the whole trail. It wasn't very long, but it was you had to watch every step. Was like a big old step down. So that was kind of fun. I liked it. No big deal. And then now we got down to that parking lot where the Trail Magic was, and since then we've been either on the road or following this river, and so the trail is perfectly flat. Now it's not necessarily smooth. There's been some rocks and some few boulders and some tree roots, but otherwise mostly it's been pretty fast. So boy, it feels good. My feet are a little bit tired, a little sore, but I've been walking fairly fast. We still did 2 miles an hour through the big climb and the big descent and all that rough stuff. There was some rough trail, and we still did 2 miles an hour. Stopped to talk to a guy named Gimli. Oh, met a triple crowner, plus he's doing the AT here again, and his name was Fun Size. And man, was he a nice guy. But he's done the AT, the PCT, and the CDT. And again, now he's back doing, that's the Triple Crown. And then now he's back just doing the AT again, kind of for fun. He's maybe skipping some stuff or doing some northbound or southbound and different things like that. He's not being a purist right now because he doesn't have to be. And he is doing the Connecticut Challenge right now. So today he's trying to hike through Connecticut. And that means I don't know if it's like 57 miles. I think it's right around there, 55 miles, something like that. Maybe Halo can put up there at the bottom for you how many miles, but he's trying to do it in one day. Not trying, he's going to. He would have no problem completing it. 50 some miles today. So quite a challenge, but boy, he was cool. He stopped and we all talked for a few minutes. He wasn't in any great big hurry. He probably was ready to stop. He was climbing up while we were going down that really steep descent, so he was ready to take a break, I think, on that steep ascent for him. So that was cool. Meeting Fun Size. I wish I could have got him on camera, but I didn't know what he had done until we were leaving, and I didn't want to stop him because he's got quite a few miles to do, so didn't want to stop him, let him go. All right, guys, I am done for the day. As you can see, we are not on the AT. We are at a campground here. Halo and the kids have come and set everything up. This is called Housatonic Meadows State Park. And right back there is the Housatonic River, which is a trout stream. Ask how many fly rods I have with me. None. So, bummer. But anyway, beautiful stream back there, and looks like a pretty nice campground. So I'm excited to be done at 6 o'clock. Got done a few minutes before 6, and it was actually a little bit of a difficult or challenging 10 miles today, 10 and change. My feet are tired. My toes that bother me are bothering me just a little bit because they're so tender from being off trail. It's amazing. You stop walking, and like I said, my feet hurt a little more than than normal and everything because I'm soft. I got weak while I was gone, so I need to take it easy for a few days and get toughened back up. Plus, I need to stretch right now. Better do that because, boy, my hamstrings are tight. Everything is tight. I got off the trail and got immediately into the vehicle and started riding for hours and hours and hours. And so, boy, I got tight. My back's been bothering me and everything because everything's so tight. So, yep, going to stretch real quick and set up my sleeping bag and everything in the tent and get ready for some supper and hopefully an early to bed time. Don't know what tomorrow will bring. I haven't even looked ahead to see how far I'm going to try and go. We'll see. So thanks so much for coming along with me, and maybe I'll show you something else tonight. Maybe I won't. If I don't, have a great night, and we'll see y'all tomorrow on the Appalachian Trail.